Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo. Contact Jacksonville Center on 120.2.
Acknowledge handoff.
120.2.
Folks, this is the co-pilot again. We have reached our planned cruising altitude of 26,000 feet. Our current ground speed is 732 kilometers per hour, or 455 miles per hour. The temperature outside the aircraft is currently minus 25 degrees Celsius, or minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Our estimated flying time to New Orleans will be approximately 40 minutes. We're happy to have you aboard with us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of our flight. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first officer speaking. Please ensure that you are in your seats with your seat belts securely fastened, as we are expecting some turbulence up ahead. Thank you. Captain, I recommend that we execute a cruise checklist. Do you want me to run through the cruise checklist?
Affirmative.
Flight instruments.
Confirmed.
Check engine instruments.
Cockpit view. Confirmed.
Verify fuel quantity.
Fuel weight.
Our total fuel weight is 704 pounds, 320 kilos.
Confirmed.
Radio set.
Yes, they are.
Checklist completed.
Contact controller.
Going to 120.2.
Jacksonville Center, Bombardier November 4-5 Lima Romeo with you. Bombardier November 4-5 Lima Romeo, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first officer. I have turned off the fasten seat belt sign and you are free to move about the aircraft. However, while in your seats, I suggest that you do as we do up front, and keep your seat belts fastened at all times.
Bombardier 5 Lima
Thank you.
Romeo, contact Houston Center on 132.6.
Acknowledge handoff.
132.6 for Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Contact next controller.
Going to 132.6.
Houston Center, Bombardier November 4-5 Lima Romeo with you. Flight level 260. Bombardier November 4-5 Lima Romeo, Houston Center, roger.
Spot view.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Acknowledge instruction.
Descend and maintain flight level 200. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level to 00. Roger.
Descent checklist.
Anti-ice as required.
Affirmative.
Radio set.
Yes, they are.
Prepare the 8 is, and start data for Kilo, November, Echo, Whiskey.
Get the weather for Kilo, November, Echo, Whiskey.
Weathered for Kilo, November, Echo, Whiskey, 1717, Zulu. Wind 0, 9 Nerd, 0, at 15, gusting to 23, visibility 10 miles. A few clouds at 2,500, scattered clouds at 3,800, temperature 29, dew point 23, altimeter 3002.
Acknowledge handoff.
127.65 for Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Contact next controller.
Going to 127.65.
Houston Center, Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo is at flight level 225, descending flight level 200. Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo, Houston Center, roger. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo, you are 54 miles east. Turn right heading 280, expect vectors, ILS, runway 18 right approach.
Acknowledge assigned
Bombardier
approach.
5 Lima Romeo, turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 8,000.
Acknowledge.
Turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 8,000, expect vectors, ILS, runway 18 right approach. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Turn right heading 280.
Captain, I have set the navigation GPS switch to navigation. Heading set to 280.
Descend and maintain
Roger.
8,000.
Copy. Down to 8,000.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo. Contact Houston Center on 132.6.
Acknowledge handoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first officer again.
132.6.
We just crossed over the city of Biloxi. For those passengers sitting on the right side of the aircraft, you might be able to see Diamond Head coming up soon. And in addition, the city of Picayune will be flying over Lake Shore in less than 2 minutes. Thank you.
Load the ILS approach frequency for runway 18 right.
Navigation 1 set to the ILS approach frequency of 111.3 for runway 18 right. I have set the course to 177. Captain, ensure that the altimeter is set to QNH.
Auto altimeter on.
Auto altimeter is now on.
Contact controller.
Houston
Going to 132.6.
Center, Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo is at 16,800, descending 8,000. Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo, Houston Center, roger, altimeter 3005.
Get distance to destination.
Distance to Kilo, November, Echo, Whiskey, 35 miles. Airport altitude, 8 feet. Captain, I've set the airspeed to 250 knots.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo. Contact Houston Center on 127.65.
Acknowledge handoff.
127.65 for Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Contact controller.
Going to 127.65.
Houston Center, Bombardier, November 4,
Captain,
Lima
I've
Romeo
set the
is out of
airspeed to 240 knots.
for 8,000. Bombardier, November 4, 5, Lima Romeo, Houston Center, Roger, altimeter 3004.
Cockpit view.
Bombardier 5, Lima Romeo, contact New Orleans approach on 133.15.
Acknowledge handoff.
133.15. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Contact controller.
Going to 133.15.
New Orleans approach. Bombardier November 4
Check
Lima
landing
Romeo
lights.
is out of 10,500
Landing lights on.
for 8,000.
Landing lights
November
on.
4 5 Lima Romeo, New Orleans approach. Roger, altimeter 3004. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo, turn left heading 250.
Landing lights on. Auto spoilers on.
Acknowledge instruction.
Airport is 25 miles. 10 o'clock.
Turn left heading 250. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Turn left heading 250.
250.
Auto spoilers
Roger.
on.
Auto spoilers on. Verify course setting.
Confirmed.
Navigation GPS on navigation. Verify fuel quantity.
Acknowledge instruction.
Turn left heading 210. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Turn left heading 210.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Heading set to 210. Roger.
Make the heading 240.
240.
Acknowledge.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo. Turn left heading 240. Descend and maintain 1,700.
Descend and maintain
Airport is 22 miles. 11 o'clock. Descend and maintain 1,700. Roger.
Make the heading 270.
Heading set to 270.
Acknowledge instruction.
Roger.
Turn right heading 270. Descend and maintain 1,700. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Say again.
Verify fuel quantities.
Fuel weight.
Airport is 20 miles. 10 o'clock. Our total fuel weight is 1293 pounds. 588 kilos.
Confirmed.
The descent checklist has been completed. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We'll be landing in New Orleans shortly, where the current temperature is nice and warm at 84 degrees Fahrenheit, or 29 degrees Celsius. Airport is 18 miles. 10 o'clock. Please take a few minutes to assist our flight attendants as they secure the aircraft for landing. Thank you.
Acknowledge approach clearance.
Turn left heading 210.
Turn left heading 210.
700. Cleared ILS. Runway
Heading set to
18
210.
right approach. Maintain 1,700 until established. Tower on 119.9er. Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo.
Contact tower.
Going to 119.9er.
Lakefront Tower, Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo is 18 miles north, inbound ILS, runway 18 right approach. Bombardier November 4 5 Lima Romeo, Lakefront Tower, make straight
Airport
in,
is
runway
16
18
miles.
right,
11
altimeter
o'clock.
3004.
Acknowledge pattern entry instructions.
make straight in, runway 18 right, on the dare by Lima Romeo.
Captain, this would be a good time to do the approach checklist.
Approach
Airport
checklist.
is 14 miles. 11 o'clock. Do you want me to assist you?
Yes, please.
Roger. Avionics on. Radio set.
Yes, they are.
Navigation. GPS on navigation. Setting airspeed to 200. Airport is 12 miles. 11 o'clock. The localizer alive. Switching to ILS approach mode. The glide slopes alive. Locked on the localizer. Heading preset to runway heading. Airport is 10 miles.
Spot view.
12 o'clock. Flaps 8. Setting airspeed to 180. Flaps 20.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo, cleared to land, runway 18 right.
We have captured the glide slope. Landing gear down.
Acknowledge landing clearance.
Setting airspeed to 165.
Cleared to land,
Flaps
runway
40.
18
Captain,
right.
please
Over there,
ensure that the
Lima
parking
Romeo.
brakes are off, and the auto spoilers are armed. Gear down and locked. Everything is green. Airport is 6 miles. 12 o'clock. I'd like to request that our flight attendant be seated at this time. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you. 1000. Captain, I'll handle the landing. It's my plane. We have a port side crosswind component of 8 knots. 500. 400. Approaching minimums. Indicated airspeed is off. 300. 200.
Virtual cockpit view.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Reverse thrust on. Reverse
Bombardier
thrust
5 Lima
off.
Romeo. Exit runway when able.
The approach and landing checklists have been completed. On
Spot
behalf
view.
of us up front, your flight crew would like to welcome you to New Orleans, where the local time is 30 minutes past 3.
Bombardier 5 Lima Romeo. Contact ground on 121.7.
Acknowledge handoff.
121.7. On the dare 5 Lima Romeo.